I'm little. I am from a pretty small country called Scotland, from the United Kingdom. I grew up in a pretty small village in the northeast of Scotland in a family of 5. I have an older sister, Judith, and a younger brother, Ewan, so I was the middle child growing up. I think the competitive side of me has always been in me. I've always, wanted to be the best or wanted to win, in everything I did, and I can always remember that. And still now, I get the same feeling. I want to win in whatever I do.
Now you're paying for it. Now you're paying for it.
I lived away from my family, as in my mum and dad and siblings, for 6 years, so I'm used to that almost, not seeing them as much. So that's not almost that different, because I wouldn't see them, every week, even if I was in London, although I'm a lot more miles away from them. My boyfriend still lives in London, so I miss him a lot. His family are all from that area, so yeah, that as well. I'm still quite young, and I think it's quite different in the States. I was able to play for my national team from the age of 16, so I've played, I think, almost 100 caps now for them, which I know is very different here. The players can't play until they're finished college, or most of the time it's like that. And to be able to play in an Olympics, a home Olympics, it's, you think about it sometimes. Coming out to America, especially to live here for the first time, everything seems like there's 10 times more of everything. So the supermarkets are bigger, there's more food selection, there's more, things to do. I think Seattle especially, there's, a lot of things to do too.
Now, how long have you been with your boyfriend?
About 3.5 years.
That's got to be a little tough.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Has he ever been here?
No, he's coming out in 2 weeks, actually, to visit. I'm extremely excited for him to come out and just to share Seattle with him.
How long is he going to be here?
About 3 weeks. And then he's got to get back to London.
What does he do?
He is at university just now, and he plays semi-professional football in England. time, the feeling of your body when you're doing things is not nice, pushing yourself, but knowing that you can do it and the feeling after, just makes me want to do it again and again. And I think, that's definitely from my dad especially, but just from, being in a pretty sporty family and having that kind of upbringing.
What about juggling? Did you ever spend hours juggling the ball yourself?
Yeah, that's another, like, I would go out and, train fitness. I would go out and take, the football out as well. And just keep you up in the garden or in the garage sometimes when it was, too dark or too cold to do it outside. And yeah, I always enjoyed it, always, wanted to do little tricks. And I can remember staying out. If I couldn't do the trick, I would stay out until that evening until I could do it. Made sure I went back in knowing that I'd not gone in and not been able to do it.
Players, and I'm sure there are many players, the whole team is full of great players.
Yeah.
But any players that you maybe didn't know a lot about, or even players that you did know about, that now you're playing with them on the same pitch, and you have moments and think, wow, that person's incredible.
I think I had a discussion actually with Jess about this, about how you maybe don't appreciate certain players until you play with them or until you train with them, and I can certainly say Jess is one of them. Because you see them day in, day out, you see the little things that they do and how good they are. So to be able to see players like Jess, like Bev, who I didn't know much about before. I knew about, Sydney and Pino and, because you see them in the big games, but, I didn't know Bev really at all before I came here. So she's, a really good player and, a complete team player.
If I were to ask your boyfriend, what do you love about Kim? What do you think he'd say?
I don't know, you'd have to ask him.
Then I'll turn it around. What do you love about him?
I think his self-confidence, probably. He would chat to anyone and get along with anyone he ever met. I think that's probably one of the biggest things.
And you don't feel like you're like that?
No. He's much more confident in that sense than me.
Okay, one more thing. You're very young, so you don't have to really think about this. But some people, you saw the Sid and Pino interview, and here I'm surprised to find out that Sid actually thinks she wants to have kids when she's 26. Where are you on that whole subject? Because I think that's a pressure on women that's different for men.
Yeah, it's a lot different to male athletes because their bodies don't change. So, I want kids. I think I'd like to have a big family, but I wouldn't say I'd put an age on it, an exact age.
And you think that your current boyfriend, what's his name?
Tom.
You think Tom's the one?
Yeah.
He must tell his friends, you gotta see my girl play.
Well, he thinks he's better than me, so... So, yeah.
Really?
And I always say I'm better than him, but it's just a...
Well, I think he's got a ways to go. You've accomplished an awful lot. Thanks, Kim. I appreciate it.
Thank you.